Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shellcraft One and my old barn door, and I have some cool kits for you today. So I just wanted to do a quick video on them. Once you see this video go up, the kits will be in my shop and ready for you to go grab them. I only have 12, so grab them while you can because they're pretty cool little kits. So what I've done, they're ring binder kits, and I have actually collaged all of the covers except for 2 of them, and I'll show you why I didn't do 2 of them. There's 2 of them that are kind of unique, or not really unique, but different. Anyway, I'll show you in just a second, but I've collaged the covers of them. I have left the contents inside the ring binders, so that you can have those to do what you want to with them. You know, they have the tabs and all of that good stuff. So I've left the book just like it comes, but I did go ahead and make some really pretty collaged covers for you. So let me just go ahead and show you what comes in the kit, and then I'll show you all of the covers because, you know, of course, with them being collaged, they are all different. So let me, I'm going to go through the kit first, and then I'll pull the, each of the ring binders. So first off, you get this really cool large size newsprint bag. Let me see what size this is. This is a 15 by 12 size newsprint bag. Okay, and so I'm just going to go ahead and pull out contents. Okay, you get some good stuff. So each one gets a little golden book. Of course, they're not all the same. It's, you know, it's a little golden book, but you'll get a vintage little golden book. And then I'm going to scoot this over so I can let you see things a little better. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit for you. Well, I thought I was going to zoom in. There we go. Okay, so I've created these fabric packs, and they're stitched together, but the way I stitch them is I stitch them in a way that you can just kind of pull one of the strings, and you'll be able to, you know, pull it apart and very easily, you know, take your fabrics out to use them. But there's lots of fabrics in here. Okay, so there's 14 different pieces of fabrics in here, and I did a mixed variety of fabrics so that you can kind of make the journal any theme that you want. So I wanted you to have a variety mix of some really pretty vintage style fabrics that I found. Well, some of them are vintage and some of them are new. This one, I'm not very sure how vintage it is. Excuse me, I got it out of a I think this one came from a yard sale, either a yard sale or an estate sale. I can't remember which, but anyways, so you get this beautiful I wanted to add in some colors that kind of are fall colors too, so you can use this for fall, you can use it for all kinds of different stuff. And then there's this wonderful, let's see if I can hold that up a little closer. Can you see the little pattern in there? It's the little dots. So, and it's kind of a black and cream. Then you get this wonderful kind of lacy, gauzy piece that's, I guess they call that embroidered. I'm not real sure. I think that's called embroidered. And then you're going to get some of this vintage ticking. I found a whole big piece of this beautiful vintage ticking, and it's blue with the beige colored background, and it is just absolutely wonderful. And ticking's not cheap, so you know that's a good quality fabric there. Then you're going to get a piece of this lace, and then I thought I would share a piece of that beautiful butterfly and rose fabric with y'all, so you get a pretty good size piece of that one. That one's not vintage. This one is not a vintage piece. This one I found at a flea market, and it is one of my favorite fabrics. I love the way it feels, and it can go with pretty much anything you want it to go with. I mean, it's just a very, very versatile fabric. I have a lot of it, and so I wanted to share some, but it's one of my favorites to use. I use it in almost every project I do. Then you get this, this was a vintage, not a sheet, but it was a bed, like a bedspread cover. So you get a piece of that. Both of these pieces were vintage sheets, and some of my favorite patterns and colors. So you get a piece of each of those. Then you get a piece of this one, which is a very, very pretty, like a teal with little pink roses. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's teeny tiny little lavender flowers in there. And then you get this little quilted piece, and it's not super quilted, but you know, it does have some quilting. And what I do when I use it is I just kind of put it back through my sewing machine and quilt it a little bit. And I always, you know, go around the edges to make sure that they're secure. Then this is another one of those vintage sheets that I was so excited to be able to find. So you get a large size piece of that, and then you get a piece of this. And I know that, you know, not a lot of people like this pattern, but I don't use it for the trees or whatever these are. I guess they're trees and fans, I'm not sure. But this looks like burlap to me, and so I use the pieces like that instead of, you know, trying to use them as a whole. As far as the pattern goes. So anyway, 14 wonderful, wonderful pieces of lovely, lovely fabric come in the kit, and they are stitched together in a little pad. And like I say, if you just pull one of the strings, you'll be able to pull them apart so that you can use your fabrics. So you get that, and then I was super, super excited. I found a wonderful variety selection of vintage wallpaper, and I know I have some vintage wallpaper in my shop, but these are different patterns, so you guys will be the first to get these patterns because I don't have these in my shop yet. So let me just show you. So of course you get, you know, a beautiful, beautiful, I don't know if you can see, it's like a burgundy and a sage green, and you got a little bit of the orange yellow on a beige background. So this would be perfect for a fall journal or a country journal. And then look, I love these. I love these so much. Look at how stinking cute. And these you can use in pretty much any kind of journal. You can use them in farm journal, a floral journal, a baby journal, a vintage journal. I mean, it's just a very versatile pattern. So there's that one. This is my favorite one, or one of my favorite ones. I love the way it feels. It's got that vinyl, and you can tell that it's vintage. You see the yellowing, but it's got that vinyl-y feel on the back, so it's a very textured background. And you get good size sheets of these. I guess I should just unfold them, but I mean, you get a good size. Let me see. Now, the measurements are not exact, but let me just kind of give you a guesstimated measurement. All right, so you've got about 20 inches long by 8.5 inches wide, approximately, for each sheet, for each piece. And I think there's 8 pieces of wallpaper in here. So you get that size sheet for all of them except this one. This one turned out a little bit smaller. So it is 14 inches long by about 8.5 inches wide. So you still get a really good size sheet. It's just not as big as these. All right, and I love, love, love the pattern in that. It's got a great feel to it. And you get this one. And that would actually look really cool if you mixed it with that one. These have kind of these two, to me, kind of have an 80s vibe, which I absolutely love, love, love that era. Then you have this pretty florally one with a cream colored background with the mauves and the blues and the greens. And then I love this one. So, so stinking pretty. How pretty is that? Oh, I could do so much. I would make these journal pages, pockets, envelopes, big envelopes. Oh, I love using the wallpapers. And this is one of my favorite ones too. it can be very, very versatile, but I would totally use this in farm style journals. And I absolutely love it with the little buttons, and it just looks distressed. I don't know if you can see in the with the little crackle spots and things. So you get a piece of that, and then there's this one, which I absolutely love, and you can do anything with this one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you get excuse me, 8 sheets of the vintage wallpaper. So, and again, you get to be the first ones who get it, because I don't have it in my shop yet, so I haven't released it there yet. So hang on, let me switch this out. Okay, and then I have made a wonderful, wonderful vintage page pack for you from lots of wonderful vintage book pages. I think there's 30 pieces in here, so you get 30 sheets. Let me zoom back out a little bit so that you can see the full pages. Hang on, let me close my blind because that helps with my lighting a little better. Sorry, guys. Oh my goodness, my neighbors are going crazy. Sorry. So you're going to get a vintage hymnal page. I think this was from, well, I can't remember. Anyway, so you get a vintage hymnal page. Then you're going to get a floral page. This was from like one of those large Reader's Digest books. And then you get lots of children's book pages in here, because I'm obsessed with the children's book pages, and this is one of my favorite children's books, and I used all the rest of the pages in these kits, so and then I have to go find another one of those books. This is a vintage children's book page, some recipe pages, and then you're going to get a double page of from the little golden dictionaries, I think is what they're called. But I love these pages. They're wonderful matte pages, and you get a double page, so you can actually just use this as a page in your journal. These are from a very, very large atlas, and I love the index pages to use them in my journals. So you get a sheet of that, and I love the colored ones. This is from a really vintage children's book that has all kinds of different it's from the 70s, I believe. This is from a vintage children's reader. So you get 2 pages from, actually, I think you only get 1 page. I think I just probably put 2 in this, but I don't know. There may be 2 in each one. I can't remember for sure. Then you're going to get a floral book page. I love these because they're very colorful. And then you get another one of the floral book pages, and this kind of has definitions of different characteristics of the different trees. And then you're going to get some excuse me, some childcraft pages. I love that, super cute. And then you'll get one of these, which goes perfect in the ring binder journals, so that'll be a good flip for you. And then you get one of these from my little Zinnia book. I love, love, love these books. I think I've used like 3 or 4 of them already in different journals that I've made, and so I thought I would share. And again, this is from that 4 Seasons little children's book. I love this one. It is kind of like a Dick and Jane book, but it's a children's reader is what it is. So you get a fold out page of that. This is from the My Book House books, so you get a page of that. You get a Dick and Jane page. This one is from a very vintage children's book. As you can see, it's lovely, aged. You get a large size cookbook page or recipe page. Goodness, I can't find my words. And then this one is from like a floral book for children that teaches children how to plant. You're going to get a vintage Sears and Roebuck catalog page. And then you're going to get a couple of pages from my Ideals books. There's the other one. Very, very pretty. I love the Ideals books. And you're going to get, this was a children's vocabulary book. And then, of course, you get one of my schematics. This is actually from, you know, one of those car manuals. And then you get a music page, large size music page. So, again, I think I know there's at least 30 pages. I think there actually might be like 31 or 32. So, you get at least 30 pages in the book page pack. Hang on and let me get the last little pack. Okay. So the last pack is one of my ephemera share packs that I had created. I made these up a while back and put them in my shop. And I've had quite a lot of them sell, but I had some left. So I thought I would add them into these kits just to kind of get them to move so that I can get more things in my shop. So you're going to get this little pack of lace. And I'm not going to pull everything out of this because I already did a video on these share packs, so I'll link the video in the comment box below if you want to see in detail everything that's in here. So I'm just going to kind of show you the pack. So you're going to get some lacy pieces for I put these in here to kind of help you make collages and things. You're going to get a pack of 5 of my little pockets that I made from vintage wallpaper. So these are different patterns from the wallpaper pack that I put in here. So you're going to get all kinds of vintage wallpaper in these little kits. And then this is a pack. There's 3 vintage postcards in here, and then a couple of my clusters that I put in here. This is a pack of tags. I forget, let's see, I think there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there's like more than 15 tags in these packs. And I did, the larger size ones are embossed, and I left them kind of square so that you can make them whatever kind of tag you want to make them. And then this is a little kit of just like paper scraps that I wanted to add in along with this so that you can make your own clusters. And then inside this, you get this children's envelope that I made little children's envelopes. Ooh, and you get fabric. I forgot that there was fabric in here. So you get a little fabric pack in here. And it's different kinds of fabrics in each pack. But again, if you go to the other video, I kind of explain that for you in that other video. So you get that. And then this little bag here, you get the bag. And then it's absolutely stuffed full of all kinds of ephemera. Some with vintage ephemera. There's tags. This is an embossed tag. I just kind of went through and did all kinds of goodness. And then you get this large size plain card, which I love, love, love these. And I mainly put this in here as kind of to give it a more sturdy, you know, a little bit of sturdiness to the pack. But they're so fun to play with. And I think I might do a video on how I play with those. So anyways, that is the share pack. So let me get this put back together, and then I'm going to bring it. So that's the whole pack. So hang on and let me put this in the bag. Okay, so you get the share pack, which I forget how many pieces are in it. Hang on and I'll look it up. Okay, well, I don't have it posted in the listing, so I'll try to go through and figure out how many pieces I have in each. But anyway, you get the ephemera share pack, you get the book page pack, you get the vintage wallpaper piece pack, which you get good large size pieces in that, and then you get the fabric pack with 14 different fabrics. You get the little golden book, all in this wonderful large size 12 by 15 newsprint bag. And then you get the ring binder. So these are great, great little kits. I can't wait for you to get them and play with them. So hang on, and I'm going to put all of this back in the bag. And then I'm going to go and grab the different ring binders that I have, so that I'm going to leave these out so I can take pictures of them. So let me just grab the different ring binders so you can kind of get an idea of the ring binders that are in the kits. Okay, this is the next ring binder. Hopefully you can see that. Beautiful, beautiful. Now this one's a larger size than the first one. And I love how the collaging turned out on this one. This is actually like, I think it was a college book because it has, you know, the different, well, let's see. Now I didn't collage on the inside of them. Okay, it was a science book. So really, really cool. It's a very sturdy book, and you can take this out, use the tabs, and I absolutely love using the larger size binders because you can fit so much in them. But that's the back with the collaging on the back. So that one is, you know what, should I number these? Hang on, let me look. Okay, you know what, I think I will. I think I'll number these, and they'll make them easier for you guys to be able to find them when you're looking through the listing, and you know, whether you want a larger size. See the difference in the sizes of these? So I think I'm going to go ahead and number them. So this one was the first one that I showed, and we'll make it be number 1. Okay, so I'm going to put a number 1 on that. This will just make it a little easier for you to find the ring binder book that you want when you go to the shop. This larger one will be number 2. This is the science one. So we're going to label it number 2. And so when I take the pictures for the Etsy listing, you'll be able to see them with the numbers on them. Okay, so that'll be ring binder number 2. Let me grab the next one. Okay, the next one is a larger size one as well. So this one's going to be number 3. Go ahead and put a number on that one. I love how the collaging turned out on this one. And as you can see, I've incorporated some of that vintage wallpaper into some of the collages. And then there's some, this is real vintage ledger. So this one's going to be number 3. There's the spine. And then there's the back of it. Love how these turned out, y'all. I spent quite a lot of time collaging all of these ring binder covers, and this was a home baking book, and it's a really thick book, and you get quite a lot of the page tabs. So that one is going to be kit number 3. Let me grab the next one. Okay, this one will be number 4. And it's a little bit larger of a size as well. It's kind of in between the big one and the first one that I showed. So which number? This is number 4. Okay, and so I will show you. I think I have this one upside down. I did. Sorry. So this is number 4. And again, I used some of the vintage wallpapers in here. So that will be ring binder 4. This was actually a floral ring binder. So, and someone's already, it looks like, taken the tabs, separated them. So, but you still get, you know, some of the pages in them. So that's the front, the spine, and the back. So that's number 4. Let me grab the next one. Whoops. Okay, this one will be number 5. And again, I love how the collaging turned out on these. Okay, so that one's number 5. There's the spine, and there's the back of it. And I'll show you, this was a cookbook too, so you get all of the little tab pages in there. And again, I'm leaving all of the pages in the books so that you can have them to do what you want to with them. So let me grab the next one. Number 6. Okay, this one's a smaller one. Not really small, but it's smaller than the big ones. So this one will be number 6. Beautiful collaging. I love the way it turned out. And then you have the spine, and then there's the back of it. This one doesn't have as many pages in it for some reason, but it was a cookbook. It has a lot of the tabs in it, but it looks like somebody's taken out a lot of the pages, but that'll just make it lighter in shipping. Speaking of the shipping, and then you have some of these natural healing pages that are in the very front of it, so that somebody's added in there. So I'm just leaving everything like it is. So that's ring binder number 6. Hang on, let me grab the next one. Okay, this is number 7. Now, some of the ring binders will fit in the bags. So if they fit in the bag without, you know, messing up the bag, I'll put them in the bag. But if they're too heavy for the bag, like the bigger ones don't really fit well, they fit in the bag, but then I was afraid that it would tear the bags. And I want you to be able to use the bags too. So I won't put them inside the bags. So this one is number 7. Okay, I think I have that upside down. I do. So let's go ahead and make a tag for it. Number 7. And these are going to ship because of the weight of them. I think I've decided just to kind of try and ship them all in like a medium flat rate box for you. So that gives you a good shipping price. So I will go ahead and just put that shipping price in the listing so that you don't have to worry about, oh, am I going to get a refund or whatever, which I always refund shipping overages. But just to make it easier for everybody, I'm just going to do them all in the medium flat rate boxes from the U.S. Postal Service, so that, you know, you can get just that flat rate shipping rate. So this is the spine of this one. I love how this one turned out. And again, it's got some of that vintage wallpaper incorporated into it. And then this one was actually for dog treats. I thought this was the coolest little, it's a recipes for dog treats. So someone's already separated the tab pages in this one as well. And then you get the recipe pages as well in that one. So that one is number 7. Hang on and let me switch them out. Okay, so next we have number 8, if we can get him out of the bag. Okay, so this one will be number 8. And I did different size ring binders because I know some people like the big ones, some people like the smaller ones. So I thought I'd just put a variety in there so that you can have a choice of which one you want to pick. And again, some of that vintage wallpaper in there. This one was actually a phone, like an address phone book. But it's got some really cool pages in this one. I love how they put these week pages in there. I mean, so you can use these pages in your journal as well. Super cool. And then you have all the tabs. And then you have these month pages in there as well. So it looks like there's an extra little sheet of something in there. I just saw it when I was flipping through that. Not sure. There it is. So that's I guess it's a textured piece of it. Feels like tissue paper. So anyways, really, really cool little book here. So that one's number 8. And let me grab number 9. I'm running out of room, you guys. Let's see. Okay, this one is number 9. Let me go ahead and put a number on it. I'm trying to not make this video super long. I'm sorry. So this one's number 9. There's the spine of it. And again, this is vintage wallpaper here. This is vintage wallpaper. And this one was a cookbook. And so you've got the tabs and then you have the recipes. Super cute little tabs in this little book. So I don't know that I would cover those up. And I love the little insert that they've put in the back. It's really cool. So that one's number 9. Hang on and let me grab the next few. Next we have number 10. If I can get my bag to stop falling. Let me see if I can stack it somewhere else because everything's trying to come out. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Or you know what? Let's just do it this way. There we go. Okay. Sorry. This one's number 10. Okay, ooh, I love this one. I love the way this one's turned out. I think I have it upside down though. I do. Number 10. And again, you have the vintage wallpapers in there. You have, there's the spine. And then there's the back. This one was like a healthy lifestyle cookbook. It's vegans. Wow. So this might be interesting. Now this one doesn't have any of the page tabs, but it does have this really cool thing that helps to keep it, you know, helps it keep it in good condition. So that one is number 10. Okay, and the next two are the ones that I said I did not decoupage because they're a little bit different. And so I'll show you what I mean. So I have this one that I've been absolutely in love with. Let me see if I can get the glare off of it. It has that 70s vibe, which I absolutely love. And it doesn't have any pages in it. So, you know, you get to put your own pages in there and do it exactly the way you wanted it. But I just couldn't bring myself to decoupage over the pretty pattern that's on here. So I'll go ahead and fold it out so you can see the whole thing. Sorry about the glare. But I just couldn't decoupage over it. I just loved it so much. So, if you want to decoupage over it, or if you want me to decoupage over it, let me know and I will do that. But I will struggle doing it, but I'll do it for you if you want me to. But that's why I didn't decoupage on this, because it was, to me, it was just too pretty to put something over it. So this one will be kit number 11. I'll go ahead and put a number on that one. And then the very last one, kit number 12. Let me grab it. This one I did not decoupage either because it is a Better Homes and Gardens new cookbook. It's not in the best of shape. You know, it's got some of this part that's torn off. It's got, you know, it's in, you know, very well loved shape, so to speak. And then it's got a little bit of a tear here, which can be repaired. But the reason, and it does have, you know, the tabs in it, and it has some of the cookbook pages in it, but not all of them, I don't think, because I think these books are a lot thicker than this one actually is. So you can kind of see there, you know, that there's just a few of the cookbook pages. But I wanted to be completely transparent with these, or with this one, you know, to let you know that, you know, it does have that little rip there. But like I say, I mean, we're bookmakers. We can fix that. But I didn't want to decoupage over it because you know, a lot of people look for these type of books. And so I wanted to give you the option of, you know, either leaving it like it is and, you know, you can do your own thing with it as far as the repair here, you know, and doing your inside covers or whatever. But I didn't want to decoupage over it because these, I know that people look for these. So. And then you can have the option to decoupage it yourself if you want to do that. So that is kit number 12. Let me see. I'm not sure if I even have a copyright date on this one because it looks like the copyright page is missing on this one. Now it may be mixed in throughout here. I'm not sure. It could be in here somewhere, but I'm not seeing it right off the bat. So anyways, that one will be kit number 12. So those are the kits that will be going into my shop. Once you see this video, I will have all the pictures done and all the information in the listing and ready for you to go and grab them. And again, there are only 12 of them. So I would say grab them while you can, because usually the ring binder kits go super fast. And they're gone before you blink. So run over and grab the one that you love. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them in the comment box below. Please remember to like the video and subscribe if you're not yet. And thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Big hugs.